Greetings, monsters! It's time for the traditional Halloween collab, and this theme fits like a glove to continue with my series. For this collab I wanted to make the most dangerous scene of them all, wrath. The emotion anger, also known as wrath or rage, is an intense emotional state that involves a strong, uncomfortable and hostile response to a perceived provocation, hurt, or threat. I imagine this scene as a human-looking demon, so dangerous that he needed to be tied up and exiled, action which unleashed a stronger wave of rage from him. But he's not alone. A lot of my customizer friends and I created some very cool looking dolls for you. The artists participating are Tendence Oak, BlankSpaceDolls, Characters Factory, The Doll Fairy, Dollightful, Doll's Brand New Look, Enchanterium, H. Crafts, Hextian, hisnameisAkin, Moonlight Jewel, MyMiniMon, Poppen Atelier, Skeriosities, Sky the Golden, the Dolly Geek, Tiamat Creations, and me. Well, the more the merrier, they say. Let's begin! For this project I'm recycling my Wolf OC/Deuce Gorgon doll, because after watching all my recent male dolls, he was looking so lame. I'll begin by drawing his eyes with brown color. This series is all about my artistic point of view, and as I've said before, I really don't like making the obvious things everybody does. So this wrath bad boy will not be your typical red character with veins that look like they are going to pop off. Instead, I'm looking for a more mysterious and mischief looking face, kind of psychotic actually. For the brows, I'm using black pastel. And with a skin tone pencil, I'll try to give him some expression, just like he's lifting one side of his lips. The only thing that I'll keep red are the eyes. He's actually looking very Asian. And once I'm happy with everything, I'll darken the lines with black pencil, like always. This time around, I'll make the scleras black. Actually, my past Halloween doll has the scleras black. Off camera, I'll spray the doll one more time and darken everything. I usually do all my face-ups in 3 layers. Looking good! Now I'll add some wrinkles under his eyes. And some raccoon makeup. I decided to shade some expression lines to his forehead. So lovely! He needs his eyes darker. And also I'm adding some vertical lines just because. Face done. Now time for the best part of this character, his cage. I took inspiration from the character The Jackal, from the horror movie named 13 Ghosts, which I actually rewatched some days ago and oh my god, it is terrible. I'll make the cage with foam, and first I need to know how big I want it. This will go from ear to ear. To bend the foam, I'll use the armor technique I learned from Dollightful, where you need to hit the foam. With this angle it looks like the fire is touching the foam, but it's actually not even close from the flame. Once it's heated, you can shape it easily. To continue, I'll secure the base with some pins and super glue the bars. And the super glue betrayed me. So I'm going back to the basics. If it wants super glue, hot glue it. Off camera, I'll add some details too. Time for some paint. I'll paint the entire cage with this amazing graphite metallic acrylic. I mean, this is a look, but we need to make it better. So I'll dry brush it with some silver paint. And later I'll create some shadows with a black paint wash. I filled a huge gap on his head with some air-dry clay. And paint it silver. And then dry brush it with the same graphite paint. The intention of this metal skull is that the cage was welded to his head. With some hot glue I made some rivets. And then with diluted red paint, I'll hide those white edges. Finally, I'll super glue some staples I made with regular wire. Now let's glue the cage. We're almost there. For the clothes, I'm going to give him a straight jacket. To make the patterns, I'll use the lazy method of tracing the doll on some paper, just because I want it to be loose. I'm tracing some kind of underpants, because usually straight jackets have this fabric on the crotch so that the person won't take it off. Once my pattern is ready, I'll trace it directly on some white fabric. And sew the shoulders and the sides. And this is how it looks. I added some snaps on the crotch and sewed the hem of the back. I made this cone looking pattern for the sleeves. And this is how they look. They have to be long enough so I can tie them up on the back. For the pants, I'll trace it all one more time. I want to add functional belts, and to make the buckles, I bought some brad adjusters and a medium thick wire. You'll also need some regular and jewelry pliers. Tutorial time! Take your jewelry pliers and make a hook on the wire. But don't close it. Insert the hook on the middle of the adjuster and with your regular pliers, press the hook. Finish it by cutting the excess wire. If you use painted adjusters just like me, scrape all the paint with a sharp object, but please be careful and don't chop off your flange. These are the finished pants, and I added some elastic to the waist. We just need some final details. I made a collar for the straight jacket, and also added a snap on the back. I'll sew one of the buckles I made on a piece of pleather. And we have our first belt that will be securing the arms. Time for the rest of the belts. I'll use another piece of pleather and make a small cut in the middle. Insert it to the buckle and secure it with some stitches. Finally, I distressed the pants, and I stained them with some coffee. I'm really in love with my take on Wrath. I believe he's so out of the box, and I'm so excited to see this evil family grow. Now, time for the big reveal. Ta-da! I'm so glad that I got to participate once again with all these amazing artists, to bring you the biggest Halloween collab ever. Go and watch all the videos. The channels are listed down below on the description box. If I were you, I would go for some popcorn and get comfy, because you're in for a marathon. And finally, as always, remember to like, share, and join to the workshop by subscribing to my channel and all that jazz. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next time. Happy Halloween!